Hello and welcome to another edition of I Create Stories with me, Samuel Vera. And today, before I go into the other issues of Designated in My Toilet, I really want to go into my first comic book that I've ever produced, which was The Arthenian Star, which is Cosmic Wars is the main title. And the subtitle was The Arthenian Star. And before I go into the whole premise of the book, here is a sculpt of the main character, Gorf, which I did 15 years ago. It's still soft in its original sculpty form. It was my first attempt. I didn't take any classes or anything, so that's why it looks so rough. This is my first attempt at doing a sculpt of Gorf, and I really just wanted prototypes at shows to show the potential marketing value of the book and the characters. And this here was my, this was typical clay attempt at doing Captain M3 from the series. And you'll probably see Captain M3 in the story here, which is issue 0. And I still don't have this. I did a full size of Gorf, standing size. It was awesome, and colored it, painted and everything. But my cats jumped on the shelf and cracked and broke in half. And I also had a sculptor, I forgot his name, he was a talented sculptor, but I met at a convention, and he did Princess Reina, but again, my felines decided to destroy it. So here's Cosmic Wars, and this is how I started the book, and it was through my company, Crazee Comics, back then. I no longer use Crazee Comics as my banner. I use I Create Stories, but the Crazee Comics was the independent publisher, which I used, and I always started it with a character, a little snippet of the character, and then the synopsis, the history of the book, and then the synopsis. So here it says, Princess Reina, heir to the throne of Crystalia. The princess is forced to grow up fast in a universe dominated by males. So yes, in the book, I recognized early on that she was the only one of few females in the story. So I really wanted her to be a strong character. So here's the premise of the story. It's like that elevator pitch, right? Imagine a universe filled with many life forms and legendary worlds with sinister histories. Worlds where magic and science collide, changing the pattern of evolution. Imagine a dangerous legion brought on by the deadly ambitions of a ruthless tyrant, whose demise could not kill the legacy of evil. A universe where an army of rogues lay impatiently for the downfall of the latest ruler of the Dark Throne. Imagine a lonely planet holding on to the dream of a free galaxy, championed by a warrior bred for war. This lone figure holds the key to rallying the unity of a galaxy. Now imagine a fallen hero with darkness descending upon the cosmos. These are the ingredients which make up a cosmic war. By Samuel Vera. So this is my premise. That was my elevator pitch for the Cosmic Wars saga. And the synopsis for this issue is: the kingdom of Crystalia finds itself forced to take arms against a growing threat in order to protect the future of the cosmos. Will they be able to without the one? And the one is Gorf. And you'll have to understand why Gorf is in exile, because he blamed himself for the demise of the king. So here's first issue. So when I illustrated Cosmic Wars, it was a combination of 3D rendering backgrounds with 2D hand-drawn art. And I did my backgrounds in Bryce. So you'll see the mix in this book. A dying planet, a new life forged, and the end result is death. Evil's hand was swift and devastating. They rose from the shadows. How unsuspecting we were. Before we realized what was happening, it was over. The intent was determined. The execution, flawless. Boom! That's just me with the sound effects, right? Alright. My lord, I hate to place this matter in your hands, old friend. There is no other choice. My king, the enemy has stormed the gates. We can hold them no longer. Very well. Let us mark our place in history. In order to have peace, we must first fight a war. How that war is fought will make the difference in the world. King Strider. Leave no one alive! And the onslaught army's attacking. Those of you who choose to defend a vision for a prosperous future will be symbols of hope for others to come. It has been an honor. For the future of Crystalia! And then this is the big epic battle scene. Right, and you can see, and this was me, this book was done 15 years ago. So, soldiers fought bravely to protect the only key to peace. Overwhelmingly outnumbered, they show no signs of weakness and fight on until no creature is left standing. King Strider has been awaiting aid from neighboring allies, but none have come. He now knows what must be done. Dum dum dum. You see the army, the evil army is just like all over the place. So there is no justification for war. The meaningless loss of so many lives. Yet Crystalia battles for life, and they keep fighting. Alone against so many forces, so many alliances, led by the Arch Legion, who are amassing armies against the galaxy, all for a single star, all for greed, all for universal power. They keep coming. I watched as they dragged him down, my king, a great leader such as that, to defile him so, his eyes cutting through the night. And still, I live to look into the eye of Hala. Who is this masked soldier, the hooded soldier? And grow to hate the evil that would plunge us all into an abyss. If it takes all of me to do so, I will protect the star of Arthenia, and fulfill your dream, my king. He buries the king, this lone hooded figure. 100 years later. Is all this warranted, Captain? We learned from our mistakes, Princess. The Arch Legion has proven that they will not be swayed by words. There have been so many lives lost already. Surely there's another way. Excuse my forwardness, Princess. But would you choose to lose a world? Should we rush headstrong into war, Captain? They are coming, Princess. There is no doubt about that. Still, the Alliance does not act. We lose so much if we had not been warned. And you trust this warning? After all Zarkanar has done? What about your father? I am concerned. We'd be helpless against the Black Pirates if Zarkanar... Still, why the warning unless, yes, there are other motives. That is the way of the pirate. We will allow it to play itself out. I, above all, know him quite well. So this is the princess arguing with Captain M3, which is the original figure I just showed you. He's responsible for protecting her in the absence of Gorf. And you would leave now? With the threat of war at hand? Am I so important here, Commander? Where my every decision is questioned by the Alliance? Have you forgotten there have never been a queen to rule this world? It is obvious the challenges I face. I must convince the Alliance I am capable of leading, while they hide behind old customs and fear to defend. The Arch Legion would tear our world asunder in search of the Star of Arthenia. I am not your queen, my queen, your vessel is on its way. I am not your queen yet, Tyler. Prepare my departure. The test begins. So, she is on a quest, and you'll find out what that is in a second. We must try to move ahead of the Arch Legion. They must never have the Arthenian Star. Professor Ramses has to know something about this. Why is the Arch Legion so desperate for the star now? Since when does the Legion need a reason for war, Princess? We have been fighting for millenniums. I trust the Professor, M3. I do not trust Ramses. That is why I am ruler. It is my decision. While you command our legions, Professor Ramses demands our respect for his scientific advancements. He has proven himself. His loyalty is worth is with Crystalia. But are you really seeking a deserter to find a myth? Princess, this is insanity! And now you question me, Commander? Are you above the crown as well? Do I have your support? I serve with my life, Princess, but if I cannot protect you, if you're not here. Sorry about that, guys. I go to save our world, Commander. I trust you will protect it. I shall return with the star and our fallen hero. Farewell, Captain. May the Hollows protect you, Princess. Keep safe the crown. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the cosmos, a region known as the Northern Sector, home to the most ruthless and conniving pirate overlord Zarkanar. No one has ever dared navigate through this region and live to tell about it. Theft, deceit, and corruption are just a few characteristics which make up the genetic structure of one pirate, one conqueror, one ruler of thieves. Just as you planned, the princess leads us to him, a puppet so perfect, I would say. Naive and yet so beautiful, Zarkanar says. Zarkanar must have the traitor. It is not wise to fail Zarkanar. I can go and make a voice, right? Zarkanar must have the... Anyway, Creator, the ice planet. A world where none are welcome. The inhabitants have become their environment, a frozen tundra of warriors condemned to a planet they call home. These warriors can never leave, a curse which guides their rage. Yes, Zarkanar is pleased with the princess he is. Find him, my pet. Zarkanar will finish him. He will. So this is Princess landing on the frozen tundra. I see a clearing just a few mitoids away, Princess. We can still turn back. Stay your course. We will continue on until he is found. Princess, the C912 device is not working. We should head back. Hold still. It appears we have company. To be continued. And then you can see the ice creatures are forming, surrounding them. So that's issue 0. That was the introduction to Cosmic Wars when I first launched it back in the days. And the second issue was issue 1. And this was a preview to the second issues. Oh, look, you're gonna get a preview. Holla. So, his name, Captain M3, leader of the royal elite to the throne of Crystalia, a born warrior from the planet Quintelion. Chosen by the princess to serve as commander of the royal guard in the absence of a fallen hero. Look at that army. So this is a double page spread. Again, this is a combination of line art, 2D art, and 3D renderings. Today we fight to protect one world. This battle will decide the fate of a universe tomorrow. May the 3 Hollows guide our course to the future of Crystalia. Alpha Sector 0, the most chaotic section in the universe. To navigate through this sector would mean forfeiting your life. To a thief, he is the epitome of corruption and deceit. What have you for Zarkanar? Is Zarkanar's weapon ready, Zanzarax? And then what I did was, here you'll find the wireframes of the 3D backgrounds that I generated, and the actual finished renderings, and then the 2D art, and I gave a history of how I put it together, and the line art here. And this was the original ad for Catch the Craze podcast, and that's the original from Crazy Comics. So, and there's Gorf right there. And Gorf is pretty simple to draw. Again, where are my pencils? So, here's a bunch of circles and cylinders, and so I'll just do like a side shot of his face. So it's like a circle, then like a comb. And then he has pretty big ears. Right? And then he has his hair, his beautiful long hair, which the ladies adore, right? And you'll see the influence. If I just did the dome back there, I can find the neck. He had a pretty thick neck. He's a pretty built warrior. Yeah, again, he's a warrior, and it's just a bunch of shapes and circles and. And I'll show you on the screen the original design for Cosmic Gorf. It didn't look anything like he does now, but I haven't illustrated. This is actually going to be the first time in 10 years that I've actually illustrated Gorf. Yeah, move this over so you can see. It's flowing hair. Again, I'm just doing quick rendering because I haven't joined this bad boy in ages, but his mouth might be a little too thin for his face, but let's. Well, I think I'd be prepared for this show. So. Gorf I created as a kid when I was a little boy. Again, I haven't joined him in ages, but yeah. And inspired by Jim Henson, Star Wars, Fraggle Rock, you'll see the inspiration's right there. It's obvious, right? So that's Gorf in a nutshell. When the whole goal was to create a sci-fi story that I'll just ink it over so you guys can with the brush, so that way you can actually see. And because it's just a sketch, I'm not going crazy with should have used a different ink, but it's alright. It's kind of thick. Right. You know, here's that rock star hair, right? This ink is so thick, I'm already getting smudging it. It's crazy. I was planning on like really going full force with Cosmic Wars. until I started producing Designating My Toilet, and Designating My Toilet took over. It's crazy how much it just took over with everything I was doing. So I never completed the series. I mean, the book is now available. This issue that I just read to you is available as an ebook on Amazon and on Barnes & Nobles. So if you wanted to pick it up, you could. It's available. And I hope to one day go back and complete the series. It's near and dear to me. And I got some really great critic reviews, and I'd love to hear your feedback. And if you want to see me do the second issue of Cosmic Wars, let me know. Your feedback is important to me. Let me know what you think of this show, this segment. And next segment, I'm going to do possibly Forbidden, or one of my kids' books. Please check out the Craze in 10 or Less, which is available on the Catch the Craze channel. And also, the Craze in 10 or Less it has its own platform on SoundCloud, so you can get the audio version as well as the video version. And please subscribe. I'd love to build this channel and grow with you. So, I'm Sam, the Crazy Man Vera, and this was another segment of I Create Stories, and that was Cosmic Gorf.